Hi there, this is Oscar from Now Press Play, and I'm just here to briefly introduce you to our brand new Oracy Opportunities. We are really excited to share these with you. I guess because at heart, Now Press Play is a dramatic theatrical experience. And yet at the same time, during the experience itself, the children don't get to talk. They're just listening and doing. But what that means is by the end of an experience, there is almost this pent up enthusiasm to share and debate and discuss what they've all just been through together. Let's have a look at Victorian Britain. So this begins with a hot seating exercise where your children choose a character, create a CV for them, then they practice with a partner, and then you can hot seat, perhaps just leaving them in pairs or in small groups, or you could do the traditional one person sitting at the front with the rest of the class, interviewing them. Groupings are always really important to think about with Oracy Opportunities. And then secondly, there's a debate. Should children be able to go on strike from school, playing on the fact that in the experience, we have factory workers who go on strike. And again, you could split your class in half. You could do it in pairs. You could argue one side and the children could argue against you. And then every single Oracy Opportunity finishes in a sort of self-contained script, which takes one part of the experience, slightly adapts it. And it just means that you can break your class up into, in this case, groups of 3, and they can rehearse this, have fun acting it out, and you could even choose to perform it, for example, in assembly. But again, obviously, this is just capitalizing on the fact that Now Press Play is a dramatic experience, and this allows the children to go and play all those parts themselves. And to finish with, I'll show you a Key Stage 1 Oracy opportunity. These are much simpler. We use lots of sentence stems, for example, where we're kind of building the very small fundamental blocks of a phrase and building it up. If I were a dinosaur, I would be a Brachiosaurus because, and then they add the next bit. It would be cool to stomp around. Then we have lots of speaking and listening games like Guess Who, which is effectively 20 questions. So one child has one of these flashcards and the other is asking them yes or no questions. Do you eat meat? Do you begin with the letter T? These can go on the board or they could make up their own questions. And then finally, this also uses these images describing difference. So for example, the Triceratops eats plants, but the Tyrannosaurus Rex eats meat. Again, kind of using sentence stems, so putting things in their sort of fundamental building blocks. And again, we finish with a script much, much smaller because we don't want to make this into a reading exercise. We want the children to be able to memorize this quickly so that then they can kind of exploit all the dramatic fun that's to be had, and you can be directing them or they can be directing each other. You can be adding in blocking like moving around the classroom, adding in emotion. So the emphasis is on speaking and performing. That's it, and I hope some of that inspires you to go and check out those resources and get your children engaging in high quality speaking and listening. Thanks very much.